Hi loves, and welcome back to Candid Soul Tarot. Today I am doing the monthly for the sign of Taurus. So happy birthday to the Tauruses out there. As I start doing these zodiac readings, I'm going to do them by the month and whose birthday it is that month, so you will get your first reading. This is my first zodiac reading, and I'm just going to be intuitively channeling the energies that you may feel, like what you can expect, anything that may be blocking you in regards to money, love, health, and or your spirituality, and ways that you can overcome them, or what you will be doing or finding within yourself to overcome any obstacles that you may incur for your birthday month. Okay, so as you heard me shuffling those cards, I do shuffle and I do cut the deck, and then I start to ask the questions that, I feel some Tauruses, whoever's watching this video, may need the answers to. I ask those questions, but with my time frame, I have now decided to cut out the portion of me shuffling the cards because it can take a lot of time. I don't just shuffle and cut the deck and then just pull the cards from the top. I just wait for them to jump out depending on what I'm asking, right? What came out for you was the Three of Wands, the Ace of Pentacles, and the Justice card, top row, followed by the Knight of Swords, the Page of Cups, and the Page of Wands. Then last row we have the Devil card, the King of Wands, and the Page of Swords with the Hanged Man. They wanted to come out together. And then the Knight of Wands, as I was finishing the shuffle, wanted to pop out. And the way that it came out, it was kind of vertically laid on top of the Page of Wands, but also touching the Hanged Man. So the Knight of Wands did want to come out. So what I'm feeling is that you need to be careful not to give too much of yourself this month. Make sure that, because I'm seeing this Justice card, especially at the top with this Ace of Pentacles and this Three of Wands, make sure that you still have very well-defined boundaries this month. It's important to be fair, and it's important to, yes, of course, be generous and give to those in need, but only give to those people in need this month, right? Don't overextend yourself as far as helping people just because you naturally are a very giving and generous person, and then when they actually need help, feeling like you really have nothing left in your reserve to give because you've just been giving too much out of the kindness of your heart, right? It's like you're giving without a why. So be careful not to do that this month, because it could very well be possible that somebody tries to come and take advantage of you, right, and your softer nature, and that might cause you to explode and act out and being a little bit more aggressive, right, than you possibly need to be, a little too truthful, right? This is kind of like, everybody has a boiling point, and once you reach that, it's kind of hard to speak to somebody with compassion, right? It's very passive aggressive. It comes off a little too aggressive. It's kind of that part, it's kind of like you can hit a point where the words and the things that you say do sting. So be very careful, because then by the end of the month you will have a lot more work to do. In the end, you'll have to put yourself in timeout, or be put in timeout by the divine, the universe, God. This is kind of like being punished for any wrongdoings if you don't have those clearly defined boundaries this month. That's kind of what I'm picking up. As far as love goes, I want to say to make sure that you and the person that you're interested in, you guys are equally yoked. And by that, and biblically, what that means is that you guys are on the same path. You guys have the same goals and desires in mind. You guys have that respect for each other. You guys can effectively communicate with each other, where one person doesn't feel beneath the other in the perspective that they hold on life, right? You have to make sure that there is that equal give and take. And I'm seeing that that is going to be coming in for you this month if you don't yet have it. Some people, it can be somebody that is younger than you, and don't just let age be the determining factor of whether or not you will date someone or not, because age is nothing but a number. Really, what is age? What are numbers? What is time? We can have that discussion if you want to, right? But don't knock somebody just because of their age. I see them, like this Page of Cups, being somebody that does have darker hair. They could be fair skin complexion or just lighter than your natural skin complexion. I see that coming in, but they are very passionate, they are very driven, they are very determined individuals, and a lot of the times people do not date people that are younger than them because they feel they are not emotionally mature. But it very well could be that they were raised really well. You know, they grew up in a very respectable, family-oriented, goal-driven home. And so they naturally have that air about them. There are some young people that actually do know what they want, and they move on the things that they want. And that very well could be an offer that you get this month. With this Page of Wands and this Knight of Wands, do be careful though where you meet this person, or in the way in which you either approach them or they approach you, because I do pick up a lot of sexual energy, maybe sexual frustration, sexual tension, but make sure that the connection is not just solely based on sex, right? And that there's something that can actually be built upon, which there is definitely potential for, because you go from the Page of Wands and the Knight of Wands to the King of Wands, right? This is one of the highest court cards that there is for Wands. So there is a progression in that, the passion and maybe the sexual desire for someone, or that somebody has for you. Just make sure though that you have that discussion, right? Up top with this Ace of Pentacles and this Justice card, don't be afraid to set those boundaries, right? Let them know what they can be expecting with you. This can be a card of expectations. Expect good things, of course, and good things will come to you. But make sure that you have realistic expectations for the people that you are interested in, the people that you have been dating, or the person that you are wanting to move forward in a more committed relationship with. If there's anybody that's dealing with the government, you may receive news from them. Somebody's wanting to work with you. If you're wanting to work for the FBI, do any investigative work, or you're thinking about like being a lawyer, or just being somebody that speaks out, working in politics, right? If you've applied for those types of jobs, if you've been on interviews for those types of jobs, you may very well receive that news that pushes you further into your purpose and that passion. Like you get that job this month or by the end of Taurus season. With this Page of Swords and the Hanged Man, I feel like somebody is waiting for some type of communication, some type of truth to be told about something that has transpired in the past. Maybe somebody that tried to take advantage of you, because in the Mythic Tarot deck, this card is a card of somebody trying to assume power or take control over something that rightfully did not belong to them. This guy, and so he's trying to pardon and ask for forgiveness and give, I believe this is Jason, don't quote me, I'm gonna put the name somewhere around here, but give to him what is rightfully his, right? And wanting to work with him instead of against him in the Mythic Tarot deck. So if that is a situation that has happened in the past, you may be waiting for somebody to speak the truth about that situation and rectify what happened, and so you're not really interested in moving forward with them until that happens. If you get any quick communication, they're kind of in and out in your life, very inconsistent in their behavior, you're not really entertaining it. like you're turning a blind eye to it, like you're not even looking in that direction. You know what I'm saying? You're not going to be manipulated any longer by this person in the games that they may have played in the past. Yeah, that's what I'm getting. But you're staying true to self. You're staying true to what you know that you deserve, and you're not about to be distracted. Does this look like a man that looks distracted? Does this look like a man that can be easily distracted? No. But very well with this Devil and the King of Wands, it could be someone that you had sexual relations with trying to come back into your life. But unless you really hear what you need to, you're not going to be moving forward with this person. I don't like attributing these cards to zodiac signs, but with these wands, you guys already know what's up if you're into tarot. Wands mean fire, so it very well could be a fire sign, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, that is trying to come back into your life. But you're not really having it unless you can see that they have changed, right? Unless you can see that they are more mentally mature and that they are no longer stuck in their old ways. That's what I'm getting. You're not really going to be interested in moving forward with that person. And for anybody that may have been interested as to what was on the bottom of the deck, it was the Three of Cups with the King of Swords beneath it and the Nine of Pentacles. It's like maybe before they had a third-party situation, like you were part of a third-party situation, so you don't know if you can actually trust it. So you're gonna kind of be, so you'll be using a lot more logic than emotion this month, and rightfully so. If that was a situation that you have gone through, maybe they kind of kept you hidden, because this is kind of like a darker card. Hopefully this focus is for you guys, but this is kind of a little bit more obscure, a little bit more hidden. It's nighttime, and of course there are people celebrating, but it can very well be that you were hidden from friends and family. Nobody really knew who you were. The relationship wasn't really celebrated in public. It was more of like a private thing, and so you're just trying to assess with your logical, rational mind as to whether or not you can really trust that this person is a stable option for you, that they have indeed changed, and that they can really fix what was broken in the past. So that's what I'm picking up for you Tauruses. You know, one of the things about Taurus is you guys can be extremely loyal to a fault. I know a few. I've dated one or two in the past, although I was wronged, but we're not getting into that because this isn't about me. Tauruses can be very loyal to a fault, and so just be very careful this month that you're not overgiving, that you're not overly accepting, and that you aren't naive with the people that try to come into your life this month if they are new, especially if you have like a sexual passionate connection with them. Just be careful that that's not all that it is that they want from you. I mean, if it's mutually decided that the two of you just want to, you know, be little buddies in the meantime, that's cool. But if you know that you're looking for something more, don't settle for something that can be very frivolous and just for the moment, because there is potential for that to be the case. But there is potential for good, stable love that's coming in where, you know, as long as you have an honest conversation about what your boundaries are and what you are kind of looking for in this relationship that you're building, even if it's not romantic, but on a business sense, however it resonates for you, as long as you're honest about that and have those conversations, then everything will pan out as it's supposed to. And that's funny because his name is Pan. But that's what I'm picking up for you guys energetically. If this resonated for you, do like this video, give me a thumbs up, guys, share this with your friends and family, and do subscribe for more videos. I will talk to you guys in mid-month of May.